Hello friends, welcome to the day 27th of our Health and Fitness Club challenge. And from past few weeks we were discussing various health and well-being related topics, and especially from past 2 days we were discussing more on how to read the food labels behind the food packets or anything that you purchase in supermarket related to food items. Okay. Today let's discuss few more details as an extension to the same topic, like what are the nutritional food label changes that has come up in 2021, and maybe I'll cover a few more details as part of this, and let's close this for today, and tomorrow we'll discuss something very interesting and new topic. Okay, so without wasting much time, let's discuss about that. What are the rules changes in 2021 and the other details which I wanted to make you aware of. So the changes on the label which intend to make interpretation a little easier, so that I'll explain you here for your awareness. So the updates like a larger bolded font for calories and more realistic serving sizes, like no more itty bitty half cup of ice cream, may make label reading a bit more user friendly. Okay, so maybe what I wanted to share here is like a new category of added sugars aims to clarify the difference between the sugar that naturally occurs in a food and the kind that's been added during processing. Okay, so there is a little difference that will be added in the label. So this information could offer helpful insights for people with health conditions like diabetes, or those who simply want to know more about their food. It's good, right? Okay, only thing you should be conscious. Even if you do have a solid understanding of nutrition labels, it's up to us what we do with our knowledge, whether we are going to implement or we just reading and just living. Okay, as it's mentioned, like there was a study, people who are motivated is a main factor. Motivation is a main factor behind the labels for better health. So you need to decide yourself, okay, and get motivated. Let me tell you a few more details. When you see natural behind any product, what does it mean? Okay, because a major culprit in food labeling gimmicks is the word natural. A lot of people use it to their own advantage. But it's very too much to define that name. A lot of people take an advantage. Even if a small portion of the ingredients is natural, they'll make it as a natural. You should be very, very conscious about that actually. Because the same goes for terms like low sugar. The sweeteners in low sugar foods can come from other substances like high fructose corn syrup, okay, and a lot of other syrups and sugars which I have mentioned yesterday, okay. Still more than 60% of people who said that they let the terms like 100% natural and low sugar which will decide their buying decisions. Okay, and 76% of those polled also see the term made with, as in made with whole grains or made with real fruit, as a helpful guide to eating healthier. These are the few things which will help the consumer to take the decision. That's what been surveyed. But the problem is that this label can apply to even the smallest amount of said ingredient. Correct. Let me tell you that the term fresh, whenever you see legally that means that the product has never been frozen or warmed and contains 0 preservatives. Okay, but the thing is, it is not happening like that. Even if the small portion is fresh, they'll keep it as a whole fresh. Okay, and before you do the shopping, what is the important factor that you need to remember? Cost. Correct, because it is more important after considering the fat, sugar, calcium, whatever it is. But while many people believe in the old adage you get what you pay for, sometimes you are paying extra for nothing. Correct. Okay, so previous research from Cornell University's Food and Brand Lab examined the health halo effect, or how much more people are willing to pay for food they believe is healthy. Okay, so the researchers had 115 shoppers evaluating 6 food samples. like two kinds each of cookies, potato chips and yogurt. Okay, they have divided a sample group. Some were labeled as organic while others were labeled as regular. But the catch was all of the foods were identical. There is no change. They just kept everything the same, the packing, everything. The majority of people said the organic foods were more nutritious, lower in fat and higher in fiber than the regular foods. They were also willing to pay up to 23.4% more for the food labeled organic. Okay. So some people will ask me such kind of questions like, are ice cream safe? Okay, I'll tell the same thing for them. When buying ice cream for children, parents should take extra care that it contains milk and not fat in the form of vegetable oil and sugar. For example, on the ice cream packet, it may be written emulsified vegetable fat, sugar and milk powder, which is not at all good for the health of the child. Please avoid that. Okay? Comparing the nutrient labels of two similar products with equal serving size but of different brands can help the customer, that means you and me, in choosing the right product. Okay, you can do such a comparison. That way we will know that which one is better, as simple as that. Okay, so when it comes to understanding how many calories are there in the food, each item should not give you more than 150 calories per serving. Underline that word, per serving. Okay, if you end up eating a full bowl of chips, it amounts to almost 500 to 600 calories, which is equivalent to a full meal. Correct? Okay, so a manufacturer reduced the serving size. Why do they reduce? So for 20 grams of namkeen, 127 kilocalories may be written on the label. So a smart customer should see how much is the serving size and how much he or she is eating. Okay? And what are the added benefits like vitamins, fiber, calcium and iron? Even if the quantity is less, make the quality of the product better. That is what at least you can do. Correct? And one more thing. Excess salt in food is very dangerous. Most of the packaged items are very high on salt, which is very harmful to the kidneys. Okay? Because it is impacting directly. It has to purify, correct, all the toxins. Anything preserved, frozen will contain high salt as sodium is added for preservation, for the more market shelf. So one should look at the quantity of sodium present in a product, especially if it is to be served to a cardiac patient, overweight people or children, because higher the amount of sodium, higher the risk of blood pressure. It's directly proportional. Ultimately, it's up to the consumer, that is we, to learn how certain ingredients can affect your overall health and use this new information in your daily food choices. Hopefully, now you understand what the figures on food label mean and will not shy away from reading the nutrition facts. It will take less than a minute to glance through the black and white box with figures at the back of the product. So do read it. So be a smart consumer and live a healthy life. Okay? So tomorrow we'll come up with another new interesting topic. Till then, see you. Bye. All the best. Take care.